Another beautiful night here at Comerica Park. We are feeling phenomenal. 82 degrees. The wind is in at 7 miles an hour. And frankly, I don't know that any kind of ill wind is going to stop the baseball from flying in this series. You?
Lots of power. There's some guys with the big muscles that know how to hit the ball a mile on both sides. The home run has powered both these offenses. The pitchers know it. It's been starting pitching and home runs for both squads, so it's an interesting matchup.
Jack Flaherty has not allowed a home run since late May. Our Wallside Windows starting pitcher for the Tigers, a 4.60 ERA. That is huge. If Jack can keep this team in the ballpark, he's been on quite a run, Dirks.
It's all about that fastball for Jack. Todd Jones was asking AJ earlier today about what's made him more successful. It's that first pitch strike. It's get ahead, but not just any strike. It's a quality strike to try to start the at-bat with. And navigating that fastball to where it doesn't set in the middle of the plate is big for Jack. He's throwing 95 last outing. You know, the breaking stuff works well when he gets to swing and miss on that knuckle curve on his sinker. Threw a few more change-ups in his last outing, but you see where the four-seam swing and miss location is. It's up.
He's going to face this batting order for Philadelphia and Don Mattingly, the interim manager, his son being the general manager, Preston Mattingly. A great reunion for them. Weighted runs created plus. League average is 100 with every plus stat. Schwarber, Harper, Marsh, 3 consecutive All-Stars. Derek Hill, a late add into the lineup after a scratch from the 8th spot, took Crawford out due to some knee soreness. So Hill is in the 8th position, the former Tiger. And we are just about underway here at Comerica Park, one of those barometer series for the Tigers as we get going with Jack Flaherty against Trey Turner. Tigers trying to streak into the All-Star break. Winners of 8 of 9. Off we go tonight on a Friday with a swinging strike one on a fastball that's elevated 0-1.
Hit those spots. When Jack does that with a fastball, it sets up the changeup and the breaking pitches.
Oh, 1 ends up at second base. That's McKinstry, and that's out number 1. Trey Turner is out, and the Tigers starting defense brought to you by Marygrove Awnings and the comforting hands of Andy Dirks. The comforting hands.
I am very comforting. Riley Green's comforting in left, Outman in center, Carpenter in right. You'll see Keith, McGonigal, McKinstry, Torkelson, and Rogers has got the dish. 3rd day in a row catching, hit a couple homers since Dylan Dingler's been out with a little contusion on the right hand in that thumb area. He's day-to-day right now.
How about the plus 21 defensive runs saved the last month? The Tigers were at the bottom of the league in defensive runs saved, and they have made up a lot of ground. McKinstry coming back healthy. James Outman has helped. As Kyle Schwarber, the home run king in Major League Baseball right now, takes a strike. How you pitching Schwarber this series, Andy Dirk?
Sinkers. Try to keep the ball on the ground. You know, the four seam tends to get hit in the air a little bit more. Doesn't chase. He'll chase some, but he walks a lot. He's a guy you got to attack. He's an annoying at bat, just because there's always the threat of the homer no matter what count you're in.
So he's slugging .726 on fastballs, .660 on changeups and the like. But a bad breaking ball will leave the ballpark too.
Right, and that's where you don't hang it. But a lot of that breaking stuff is when guys can get ahead in counts. And if you fall behind, you got to be really careful. You saw the numbers on the fastball. If you throw one, it's got to be located well. This isn't a, let me get right back into the at-bat, throw a four-seam down the middle type of hitter you're facing.
Get me over fastball.
None of those.
Check swing and a strike. Well located there, 3-2. That's what you're talking about.
Hit the edge. Keep it on the edge. He wants that ball middle in right here to pull it for a homer. He doesn't hit the ball the other way a lot. He's trying to pull it.
Yeah, 3-2 curveball came out weird. Ball 4 for Schwarber. He is on for Bryce Harper. Former home run derby champ Bryce Harper, who will compete again in his now home ballpark He won the Derby at his previous home ballpark, Nationals Park, on a very humid July day, with his dad piping strikes to him. First one to Harper, and looked like he's going to challenge.
The hitter is challenging the strike call.
It's an ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile. Harper thinks it's low. It's low. It's low by a bunch. That is Hunter Wendelstedt's strike zone. Hunter, whose father Harry made his major league debut as an umpire in a Philadelphia Phillies game back in '66. And that's a late challenge by Rogers. ABS challenge powered by Figer Law. Is Jake Rogers right? Is it a strike? It is a strike.
The pitch has been overturned to a strike. 1-1.
Okay.
Everything's back to the way it should be.
Welcome to Challenge Fest 2026.
If nothing happened, we would have ended up in the same spot.
Correct. 1-1. Fly ball third base side. Colt Keith is out. Riley Green is in, and Riley's there to make the catch in foul territory, chopping his steps for out number 2. So everybody's got their 2 challenges still. As Brandon Marsh, who is as much the engine of this offense as anybody in that 4 spot, he has had his best year in a major league uniform in year number 5 as a Philadelphia Philly. He's been outstanding. He's got 15 home runs, 15 doubles. They love him in the outfield as well. He's played the corners for the most part this year, in the .307 batting average, top 10 in baseball.
He's really hit righties well, and that leads the charge with the fastball. When guys hit the fastball well, everything else tends to take care of itself. You see the jump in production from his first 5 seasons to now. The K percentage is down. And this is the fastball we saw out of Jack in Texas, to where they just weren't quite on it. You know, he's challenging, throwing it with confidence, and they're a little late to the party. So it's coming out of his hand well. And then what happens is guys have to cheat just a little bit to get to that fastball, and that opens him up to his other pitches.
Late on another fastball at 94. That was down. So the last 5 starts for Jack Flaherty, that 4-seam fastball has been pivotal. A slug of .233, again speaking to the lack of home runs he's given up. Wave and a miss on a slider, strike 3, inning over.
That's how you start a ball game right there. Attacking with fastballs, finish him off with a nice slider, gets him out in front.
PG.
Tigers batting order presented by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. This is slugging against righty fastballs. That's been an issue for Aaron Nola this year. His fastball's gotten knocked around some. McGonigal, the local product from Philly, 448. Green, Carpenter, some big numbers. Aaron Nola makes his 304th start in a Philadelphia Phillies uniform. Only 2 players have made more starts in that uniform, Steve Carlton and Robin Roberts, 2 of the all-time greats. As Nola faces McGonigal, and I just thinking about where Kevin's head is, for 12 of his 21 years on earth, Aaron Nola has been throwing for the hometown Phillies. Of all the guys on this roster that could have started the opener to give Kevin McGonigal any feeling of nostalgia, it would be Aaron Nola.
Yeah, you're going against one of your childhood idols. It's the wildest thing in baseball. And you see guys come up who are a little bit older than others, and you say, hey, I watched you when I was a kid.
McGonigal lifts at third base and foul. It's Alec Boehm on the warning track, leaning into the net, and Alec Boehm makes the catch for out number 1. how many plays are going to be made next to that wall or some wall by the visiting team on this homestand?
Yeah, we need to push those nets in a little bit the way it's been going lately. I mean, 2 balls, one last night, one tonight, that are about 6 inches off the net. Both plays are made. Nice job going over, reaching into the net with the right hand. It's kind of like that feeling when you think you took a step down and there was no step, and all of a sudden you realize there's nothing to hold me.
Oh, that's a good feeling,
isn't it?
This is last night. You had the Geloff play earlier. Then Thomas moves from right to left and right against the net makes that catch. Geloff left the game sliding into the wall that was a couple of steps behind Colby Thomas there. As Colt Keith takes a ball.
Colts had a power surge as of late. 7 of those home runs coming recently.
All since June. Colt Keith's power surge has coincided with the Tigers' power surge.
Yep. Once they start coming, watch out. The weather has heated up. Some of these pitchers, they get a little more tired during the middle part of the year. Take advantage of the mistakes.
That's how you thought as a hitter?
For sure.
Middle of the year, pitchers are over it.
Well, they just wear down. They throw a lot of pitches. And you're going to get guys that get injured, so guys come up from AAA. Hitting usually gets easier this time of year as opposed to April when it's 5 degrees out and guys are feeling real fresh.
2-2 is low. 3 balls, 2 strikes. That kind of sounds soft.
It is super soft. It's so soft when you're standing in a box and, you know, guys are throwing you nothing to hit for like 2 weeks. It's great.
3-2. On the ground past Nola. How it got by the mound, Nola, and the bag, we'll never know. Still awaiting scholarly inquiry.
Nola wanted it. He reached down for it. Colt hit it off the end of the bat a little bit. He got out of the way of it. See, that's smart. That's smart fielding right there by Nola. He knows, don't touch it.
That should hit something, though. You see the Phillies defense. It's really been a struggle this year. Marsh, Hill, and Rincones in right. Bohm, Turner, Stott, and Harper. Marchand is the catcher with JT Realmuto getting a day off today. They're trying to get him back and 100%. Not that he's been injured proper,
right,
but he's taken a lot of wear and tear over the past decade, being the Iron Man catcher that Realmuto has been.
Yeah, and it seems like this year it's coming to a head. Numbers aren't as good. Having a rough go of it. But that's why they're holding on to more catchers than normal.
They have been a 3-catcher roster for most of the latter stages of the first half. You saw Don Mattingly in the dugout. This is shades of 2022 for Philadelphia. They made the change from Joe Girardi to Rob Thompson. They end up screaming into the World Series. They make the change to Don Mattingly, and they've played 20 over 500 after a 9-19 start.
Nola tried to cram that fastball in there, a little swing back of a 4-seamer. But he's feeling juiced right now. He knows against these left-handed hitters, he's throwing as much gas as he's got in the tank early on here.
Changeup, ball 4. Each team has a first-inning walk.
But if he knows he's got to rip his best fastballs early in the game and the Tigers can take a few walks, wear them down a little bit, navigate their way to that bullpen, it would be ideal.
Which the Phillies bullpen is in the bottom third of base runners and ERA in Major League Baseball for the year.
They got a few guys in the back end that are pretty decent.
Joan Duran, who we know very well from Minnesota, as Torque swings at a first pitch fastball and vaults it into right center field. That's Hill ranging over to make the catch. We'll play the second. We're scoreless. Our Call Sam best call, Jack Flaherty's average fastball is up 1 mile an hour from his first 12 starts to the last 5. Andy, correlation?
Doesn't
causation?
look like a big difference, but it's huge because every little millisecond that a hitter has to analyze a pitch matters. And the harder you throw it, you get a little more of that foul ball, get ahead and counts, and opens up change-up breaking ball.
So we checked. The best team at hitting fastballs 95 plus is Baltimore this year. They're number 1. Phillies actually 18th. As that ball to Bohm is flied to left. Alec Bohm is out on a ball for Riley Green, 1 down.
So they're 18th against the velo.
They're 18th in slugging against 95 plus. So it's a little bit above Jack, but he can touch 94, 95.
But it's sometimes it's the way it comes out of a guy's hand as much as anything. So there's certain guys that throw 93, 94 that it gets on you. It's the way they deliver the ball. They hide it a little bit as they're coming to you. Maybe they got a little more extension than the next guy. But there's those little details of what's visual to a hitter. And you see how Jack throws it more from that ear slot as he comes through. So his delivery is prone to hiding the ball a little bit, which good starting pitchers tend to do that.
Whips that outside 2-0 on Bryson Stott, who's in his 5th year as a Philadelphia Philly. He's played 147 games plus 3 straight years. Been an anchor on their infield.
He's a very good base runner. Pretty good speed. Doesn't strike out a lot, doesn't whiff a lot, just a very steady player.
To your point, he's not been caught stealing this year. He's 16 for 16 on the bases, and for his regular season career, he's 115 for 130.
Yeah, he knows when to go. He's a smart base runner. It's amazing how some guys have like the instinct for stealing bags. It's not always the fastest guys. Like he's got good sprint speed. It's above average for sure. But there's other guys who are elite speed-wise, and you can't hardly get them to steal the bag. It's the read, it's the jump, the scouting reports, all the things that it comes into stealing a base. Some guys move laterally better than others. So that first step, when you got to cross your left foot over your right, they can get to that point quickly like a running back.
Ground ball to first. That's Torkelson. He's going to feed it to Jack. Didn't have to. Wanted to get the pitcher involved. 2 down. That's your football analogy, right? Your quick swing pass. Just get a touch to the guy. Get a touch to Flair.
Yeah. Late in the game. Come on, give the halfback a touch.
Get him into the game.
Yeah. We'll sweep left. Just the most basic play. The offensive line gets blown up. He gets no yards.
You want to hear the phrase tendency breaker more than we talk about it? You sit in on an offensive coordinator's production meeting.
Oh,
wow, we've been running a lot on 3rd down and short, so we're looking for a tendency breaker.
Yeah. Even if they've made every first down they've tried it on.
Correct.
No, we're going to break this.
Self-scout. It was a bye week. Here's Rincones, the rookie. He takes a curveball 1-1.
In sports, does it ever amaze you how much credit you give the opposition?
Oh,
at all times.
I mean, you got guys too.
Yeah.
Use them.
At every quarter, you're always like, what's the opposition? How they're going to counter?
I mean, we've talked about when a basketball coach who's not had a good run is close to losing his job, every other coach in that conference runs to the podium and says, oh, you know who's a great coach? That guy. Because they beat him every game.
And they want him to be the coach.
How could you fire him? I mean, he's great in the community.
Yeah.
He's just a major part of this fraternity of coaches. They are running to the podium.
And he's real close to having that breakthrough season.
Yeah.
I think just another 5-year contract, and he's good to go.
4 2-point losses. 1-2 from Jack. Swing and a miss. Goodbye, farewell.
He's coming out hot tonight. Flaherty is feeling it. Nothing but fire out of that right hand.
Big money at Menards.
Don't miss the 1901 replica jersey giveaway on Saturday, July the 25th at 1:10. The first fans through the gate will take home this replica jersey in honor of 125 years of Detroit Tigers baseball. Get tickets now at tigers.com/giveaway.
Here we go, bottom 2. First pitch, strike 1 to Florida native Kerry Carpenter. It's Carpenter, Valencia, and McKinstry here in the second inning. The question of encore starts to be asked for our CNL Award on deck hitter Eduardo Valencia.
He had a night last night, huh? Think he got any sleep?
The adrenaline and also the hit by pitch, probably no.
I think he's still probably running on adrenaline now. Those first few days, especially after what happened last night. First plate appearance, just smacks one out to center. No big deal.
This career OPS leader's minimum 1 plate appearance. He's got him crushed. 1-2. Check swing, ball low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That hug between him and his wife Ariana was a beautiful thing,
wasn't it?
Post game.
Just the emotions coming out of him last night was so fun to watch. Touching, energizing too for the squad. You saw the guys on the bench. When you're getting to be the, right before All-Star break, got the Phillies coming in. It's a tough matchup, and you get that youthful energy where everybody else is like, "Hey, he's going like that. I need to get some of this too. This is fun. Let's go."
It's good to have around. 2-2 is a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Eduardo Valencia will bat. Johnny Kane spent some time with him before the game. If you missed it in our pregame show, let's listen in.
He has such an incredible spirit, you guys.
Yeah, what'd you think, Johnny?
And this ovation right here from the crowd. He even said today, he said, "I'm so grateful for the fans, how they stood up to give me that support." He said it was amazing. He's been in the system since 2018, 1,543 minor league at-bats, and then to rise to the moment again. I mean, you don't need me to tell you how special it was. I thought you guys hit it just right. But the friendship that he has with Kerry Carpenter going back to Florida Gulf Coast League back in 2019, his love for his country, Venezuela, for his wife, for his family. It's just an incredible story, and he's a guy that obviously you easily root for, and it's storybook stuff. And I think the fans understood the magnitude of the moment last night, and if you ask anybody who was here, they'll put that near the top of their experiences here at Comerica Park.
Yeah, it was a great interview, Johnny. Your chat with him during the pregame show, and you're just such a genuine guy. I mean, he's been around the block so much, but he's still just 26.
Yeah. Well, he said, he was so emotional last night, and we don't see that all the time at the professional level. But he even said during that interview, that was right around BP, and he said, "I'm emotional again." He said, "I went back, I watched the videos from yesterday. I'm trying not to cry now, but I'm emotional yet." And you got to ride those emotions.
Yeah, use it. Let it fuel you, and let it all come out. We're all humans here, no matter how well trained you are as an athlete, Dirks.
Yeah, for sure. These guys are humans first, their family, their friends. They all have a story of where they grew up, where they came from, what kind of food they like to eat. Everybody's different personality-wise. And there is, you kind of can get numb to it as a baseball player, as a professional athlete, to criticism and, what you should do and what everybody thinks about you. You're constantly being analyzed your whole life. And you can get put into this void of like, I really don't care about anything, and you lose your emotional tendencies.
Because people push that button.
Yeah, and you become just that stoic person who shows no emotion ever. Because that one time you showed emotion, you got thrown into the garbage can for it, and it's tough. So I was glad to see, he just let the moment happen, which is fun.
Well, you want real people.
That's
around.
it. Yeah.
2-2 is in there. Strike 3. First out for Valencia. Didn't think it was going to happen. That 5,000 OPS.
You thought it was sticking? Well, Nola today so far has shown he's not afraid to throw his entire arsenal right away. He's coming out and saying, "You know what? I don't know exactly how many innings I'm going to go, but I'm going to throw my best stuff." Fastball's up a tick on average. Normally throws that thing about, 92 miles an hour. We've seen 94 already.
First pitch, Zemek pummels it for center field. Hill is back with his heels on the track to make the catch. Nothing through 2 on the Bet365 scoreboard. Now the Henry Ford Health injury update. It is a late swap for the Philadelphia Phillies, about half an hour before game time. Derek Hill came into the lineup. Justin Crawford was out with left knee soreness. So Hill, who's been in a couple of places this year, we saw him with the White Sox, and now with Philadelphia, replaces Carl Crawford's son, Justin, in center field. Hill's been a nice piece against left-handed pitchers.
He has been for him. He's a former first-round pick of the Detroit Tigers. Now at 30 years old, bounced around a little bit.
And he slugs this ball for left center field. Riley Green is back. He's at the track. He's at the wall. And Philadelphia has taken the lead. Derek Hill, after the late scratch of Crawford, has the first home run of this series.
Sometimes it works out that way. Then Hill will go back to Skipper and say, you see, you should have played me out the gate, because when he hangs me a breaking ball, I'm going to go down, get deep into my legs, and lift that baseball. Wasn't a terrible pitch, bottom of the zone. Saw it out of the hand, drove it deep to left center. I think there's always a little piece of somebody when they were drafted by somebody, and then for whatever reasons, you know, they split ways. They want to show a little extra something.
Yeah, I buy that. Big hug from Brandon Marsh. (1-0) to Marchand, and now 2-0 for the Phillies catcher. Philadelphia has only lost one series since June 1st. They've split a couple, but generally they have been in series and they have won series to get to 52 and 42. They and the hot fish are tied in the National League East. The Marlins are one of the scalding hot teams in Major League Baseball right now. Marlins have won 6 straight entering play tonight. The Red Sox have won 6 in a row. The Tigers have won 5 in a row. Can somebody find Alec Boehm a trash can? 2-2. Check swing. He did not go. 3-2.
Got him on that back foot slider, the swing and miss, so figured the knuckle curve might do it just as good, if not better, give him a little different look, but he holds off.
3-2. On the ground, second base. McKinstry for out number 1. Here's a message from Figer Law.
If you've been injured in a motorcycle crash, make Figer Law your first call. Figer Law. All we do is win.
All we do is win.
One out, one in. Derek Hill has a home run, and he's got a
He's taking notes.
pen and paper. Hitters like to journal. Trey Turner to right. Did you journal? Did you take notes on pitchers?
No, kept it right up here between the ears. It's like a steel trap up there, Jay.
Yep.
Everybody's got their own routine. Get the thoughts down on paper. My handwriting's so bad, if I went back to try to reread it, it wouldn't have mattered anyways. I've seen Jack Flaherty here, though. He's throwing more breaking balls. Last against Texas, he used the changeup a little bit more. This outing right now, he's flashing that breaking ball.
First base. Inning over. We have a mystery guest coming our way when we come back. Tigers trying to hop back in it next. Bottom 3, 1-0 Philadelphia with the lead over the Tigers. We have a mystery guest here in the booth. It could be anybody. And we have a Rock and Roll Hall of Famer from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, the drummer, the elite Chad Smith. Hi, Chad.
How are you?
How are you?
Nice to see you. Again.
It's been so long since
I know,
we did the
Jason.
podcast.
I know. I feel like
So you guys are like old buddies now.
We are.
You already asked him 5 million questions.
did.
Did he grill you like
no.
that?
You know what? He was really good. It was you. I'm not just blowing smoke. I've done a couple interviews before, and often they'll just ask you questions, and they're looking at their paper, and they're like,
Yeah.
"So, tell me about the time, and what does Anthony Kiedis eat for breakfast?" And it was a conversation. I felt like we had a really good, and then it's over.
Well, and that's the best part is when it's over. It was a great chat, and I revere your work in your craft.
Yeah.
Watching you do what you do, there is this sort of trance state
Yeah.
that I get as I watch you in videos of Red Hot Chili Pepper songs. And we'll talk about that. You have this Tigers jersey on. It looks great on you.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, I think it's good color for me.
You grew up a Tiger fan.
I did. I grew up here in Birmingham and Bloomfield Hills, Michigan, and spent a lot of time at Tiger Stadium. So I'm going to miss. And I saw the 1968 Tigers win,
Yeah.
and I saw the 1984 Tigers win.
Like in the stadium or on TV or where?
I was 6 years old for the 68, but in
Yeah.
'84 I went to one of the games. I didn't go to the clinching game.
The energy in there was pretty good though.
Amazing.
Kind of got you ready for a rock concert.
Yeah, in '84.
Yeah, there was rocking in here, huh?
Yeah, it was amazing. It was really fun. So
Andy-
yeah, grew up here.
Andy is a huge
Love
Chili's.
Peppers.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Andy,
One of my favorite bands all
like,
time.
This guy has really good musical taste. I don't know so much about you, but this guy.
Yeah. They were asking us, what's your favorite album earlier? And
The hug right now is beautiful and repulsive at the same time. No, go back over there so we can see it. They need to take the booth camera to see what.
So
Okay, they
musical
suck.
talent is more on this side. I mean, the drummer, the hands of a drummer, the hard hitter. You're notorious for being a hard-hitting drummer.
I think
Where did that come from?
Power is one of my things with the drumming. It's how I've always done it.
Just aggressive.
I want to kick the guys in the band ass, make them know that it's all.
Yeah, I'm here.
We got you.
Right.
I got you.
Yeah, that's great.
It's fun.
So you would have been. You have the mentality of an athlete behind.
Yeah,
your drums.
we were talking about today. It's like being like the quarterback or the catcher in baseball, where you're kind of calling the shots a little bit, tempo, dynamics, songs, the feel. You got to know what's going on.
So when Frusciante and Flea are doing their thing or whatever, you're actually leading the charge. You're like,
It's
okay,
it's me.
You. It's you.
I didn't want.
And,
I'll let you say.
Frusciante's
I'll let
over
you
there,
say.
Flea and dancing, and you're like, no, it's me back here. Right? I knew it this whole time.
I knew you guys would be friends.
I think in the 5th inning, there's going to be. I don't want to give anything away. Do you guys do some kind of air drumming thing?
In the ballpark, I think.
Yeah. So
I'll participate.
okay, good.
So you told a story on the podcast
Yeah.
that I think our audience needs to hear
Okay.
about Al Kaline.
Oh, yeah. So,
Yes.
Al Kaline, 1968, they win the World Series. He lived in I could say it now, it's been so long ago. He lived in a little subdivision called Foxcroft, which was adjacent to where I lived in Bloomfield Hills. And everybody knew Al Kaline. He's like the celebrity. He's living in this little tri-level. And they win the World Series. I'm 6 years old. My brother's 8. And my brother's like, let's go to Al Kaline's house and get autographs. I'm like, okay, Brad. And we walk over about a mile. And it's like 9:30 in the morning, and we knock on the door. This is 2 days after they win the World Series. 2 days. And we knock on the door like 9:30. Nah, he's not here. All of a sudden, door opens. Al Kaline in his boxers. That's it. He's like, what? We're like, Mr. Kaline. Give me it. We still have the ball. He didn't probably have his coffee yet, but he was very gracious,
Yeah, that's cool.
and I'll never forget it.
And that's
awesome.
how the Red Hot Chili Peppers learned how to dress for concerts.
That's. I told Flea you should dress like Al Kaline, except he wears tighty whities instead of the boxers. But Al was, you know, he was like such a legend.
Yeah, for sure.
It was scary to me. I was like seeing, you know, God or something.
And now you make people feel like that. And you, okay,
yeah, you do.
You know,
Get out of here.
anybody knock on your door? Hey, can I get an autograph?
No, not anymore. You know what? With phones, everybody wants a picture now. It's all
That's true.
It's the picture thing. So.
Yeah. So how do you
think
become?
I look so
Wait a sec.
casual and comfortable.
Everybody wants a
Look
picture.
at him like reclining. I'm just gonna.
He's taking selfies.
Because I was in the Barker Lounge, but it wasn't the Barker Lounge. What was it? I can't remember. Pulsar presents.
Yeah, we had left the tag on our podcast furniture earlier today, and Chad, being the perceptive guy he is, noticed that we just brought the furniture in for him.
I asked specifically for Pulsar.
I figure you have
But I
to have
wanted the Barker Lounge. I wanted the feet up thing. And you guys chinched on that a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Should have put it in your rider.
Uh-oh.
That ball is hit well. Deep left center field into the alleyway. And out of here.
Am I good luck?
You are good luck.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
That's the drum beat there.
There it is. That's an all-star. And Rogers was giving me tips earlier.
On your first pitch?
Yeah. He's like, grip and just,
Get that backspin on it.
you know what? Wow.
Kevin McGonigal is 21 years old.
Unbelievable.
What kind of drummer were you at 21?
I was not hitting home runs. I was okay. I was not an all-star.
You see what happened here. Nola fell behind to a 3-1 count.
Yep.
And threw him a fastball.
Meet.
And McGonigal
He knew it was coming.
could smoke a fastball.
Of course.
But to go out left center, that's a shot.
He's got power.
He's got pop. That's
Yes, he
serious
does.
power.
Love that. Wow. That's kind of exciting.
Yeah, it is.
Great.
You guys here, like, it's boom.
How great's our view, by the way?
Oh. How much do these tickets, how much does it cost to sit here?
Yeah,
Well,
it's
Jason,
pretty penny.
Jason pays me a lot of money to sit
Nice.
here. A lot of money. He goes
I
deep
bet
into the
he-
pockets
I
to
bet
get me
he
over
does.
here.
I bet he does.
I said,
dig.
You take Venmo?
Yeah. Apple Pay.
Apple Pay, right.
Oh.
But that's been the surge for the Tigers, the home run ball. You know, it's
Yep.
like go big or go home.
What's the equivalent for a Hall of Fame rock group of a home run?
A home run? I mean, you know, people often say, you know, oh, well, that song, if it's a hit song, well, that was a home run.
Yeah.
Or a good, really good show. I would say, because of a one, like, I would say, we played here in 2023 in September, and it was so much fun. And my mother, who was here tonight, 99 years young.
No way.
In the suite, yeah.
Wow.
My mom's here. She came to the show.
Pretty well struck into center field.
And that show was a home run.
Why? What makes it like that swing?
When everything comes together in a perfect kind of moment of synchronicity.
I told you.
You're like,
It's you. It's you.
all right, well, you know,
What's the equivalent of a rollover ground ball then, or a strikeout?
yeah, if you're like
'Cause you have good
breaking
sets of bat
strings
sets.
and yeah,
Yeah.
if the power goes out, you know,
You've had that happen?
dude,
That's like a normal thing that happens?
is it gonna rain?
I
Hope not.
I hope not. Okay, it's a little dark.
Mom's in
Yeah,
the suite.
that
though.
happens. Things like, you know,
Yeah.
gigs, people break things, plug stuff in, it doesn't work. You know.
That ball's lined to right field.
Uh-oh.
It's a dagger into the warning track and off the wall.
Go dig.
Riley's hoofing it for
He's there.
second. He is. And you're right.
The bats are starting to talk a little bit now. Got to keep you around for a few more
Yeah,
innings. Come on.
I'm good. Let's do it. They're feeling the energy. I'm telling you, there's something. There's electricity in the air. Let's go.
Try to work that
Oh, it
cutter in on his hands. He turned on it. Look at the hustle.
Yeah.
Going into second hard.
Yeah.
Meeting at the mound coming, the pitching coach Caleb Cotham. How about dirt cam? You like our dirt cam here? Right in front of second base.
That looks weird.
You got him safe. Yeah, were you ever an umpire, Little League umpire?
I had to ump one time for a Little League game. I was probably 15 and they were probably like 10. And I just happened to live very close where my mother's house to, and the ump, of course, didn't show up. And somebody was like, well, Chad plays baseball. He kind of knows. So I had to come over and ump like a little kid's game.
How'd it go?
I don't think I did well. I got a lot of this.
You got a lot of
Challenges?
Got a lot of this.
Hey, kid, that's a ball.
10-year-olds. 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
Just strike so good. They were swearing at me. What is going on? You're 10 years old. No.
Here's Torque.
I wouldn't want that job. Especially now. It's just like, oof.
It's a tough job.
Tough job.
Yeah, playing music's a better job.
I actually saw the umps coming through after I got doing the pitch, and I'm like, hey, that gentleman, and they were really nice. I'm shaking hands with them, talking to him. He said, oh, I have a good game out there. I said, yeah. He said, how'd the pitch go? I said, hey, we're pretty good, but I do one of these, like you guys. And then they were like, oh, no, you can't say that. That's not nice.
They threw you out.
They started walking. Yeah, they just took off after that. Their sense of humor. Come on, I'm joking.
You're saying it's hard to believe an umpire's sense of humor would leave a little bit to be desired, Chad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they were friendly, and then they were not so friendly. But that again, it's a tough.
It's a real tough.
It's a tough gig.
2-1 to Spencer Torkelson.
Come on, Torque. You Torque ball.
So you watch a lot of Tigers. You listen, watch.
I do. I try. When I can, now with get the major league package, and I'm at home, and I'm not on tour, and we're working. Yeah, I always on the app. I can see what the Tigers are doing.
It's great. It's great to have you. It's great that you provided 2 runs of offense.
Well, okay. We're going on a break.
Chad, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
So great.
And thank you for today. That was really fun.
Congratulations on a marvelous
nice to
career.
meet you.
Good work. Happy to have you.
Thank you.
Chad Smith, high fives, safe calls. He's an umpire. He's a fan. All of it.
Scoop.
Well, I think Dorothy and the Tin Man are on their way to be mystery guests in the bottom of the 4th. Chad Smith, Red Hot Chili Peppers drummer, is a fascinating guy and a huge fan and just a fun hang.
Yeah, for sure. Great personality. Smart dude. And, creativity through the roof.
Oh,
through the roof. Even talking to him off the camera. Like that mind just keeps going. Boom, pow.
The way he cares about what he does, and the way that band over the course of 40 years, 45 years, has been a mainstay for not only its older fans, but picking up fans as they go. They're a dynasty of a band, the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
For sure. It's very difficult to, even try to keep a band together at all in any way, shape, or form. But to continue to pump out hits and play music that multiple generations enjoy.
I know you listen a lot in the truck.
Yeah, we love the Chili Peppers. Oh, hey, what's up?
Look at this cloud.
The cloud?
Yeah, look at that
You
thing.
can't call my friend next to me a cloud. Oh, the actual cloud. Okay.
Yeah, that cloud.
Gotcha.
Not the gentleman who will join us shortly. At least Chad Smith wasn't hawking a book or anything. Alex Avila is here with us after some fantastic work on the pregame show.
One of my favorites all time.
Hey, buddy.
Coming in after Chad Smith. Jeez.
Dude, can you play the drums?
I can't, but the funny thing is that today I'm in the dugout and he comes through because he was throwing the first pitch. and said hello, and I introduced myself, right? And Tim Reeves, the Tigers bullpen catcher, is standing there next to me. He's like, and Chad goes, yeah, we met a long time ago. We got a picture together. I got it at my house. I'm like, and I couldn't remember. It's like, yeah, it was a game back in L.A. like 15 years ago. And Tim looks at me and goes, you don't remember taking a picture with the drummer of the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
You forgot.
And I was like,
That's great.
I took a lot of foul balls to the face, you know.
Oh, stop.
A few of those concussion protocols later.
Chad's awesome, though. He was great.
What a dude, huh?
Yeah, he's super great.
Alex, great to see you, man.
Good to see you too, guys. Yeah.
It's good to see your face here. It's good to have a catcher in the booth. All I get is pictures. And
I know. I've got a much better
players.
looking face than Andy.
Well, that's,
and
that's not tough. That's what a hurdle.
Catcher. I know a whole lot more about the game.
Check swing, strike three. Marsh is out. He does it over a strikeout just to zip it in.
Yeah, just zip
one
it in
down.
there. Yeah, look, the outfielder struck out again. Here we go. Little breaking ball down. But you caught a lot of breaking balls. You caught a lot of pitches in your big league career. And the Tigers, just Dylan Dingler got thumped. But the year he's been having.
Dude, he's been unbelievable. Probably my favorite guy to watch catch. I think him. I love watching Alejandro Kirk. I love watching JT Realmuto on the other side. But Dylan has really turned into a force behind the plate, but and at the plate too. And it's been good to see from afar a little bit his development. Gotten to know him pretty well over the last few years, and he wears a really good number too. So
you like that number?
Yeah, you do.
But you won a Silver Slugger. You could rake.
Yeah.
So those years though, like offensive production and defense colliding.
Yeah.
How difficult is it?
It's tough to put together because you're always your first priority as a catcher is your pitcher, the guy on the mound. You're trying to make sure that you're getting the best out of him on any given day. That's your first priority, and then the offensive side comes after that. And so it can be tough because that'll be lacking the type of work and preparation you need to do on the offensive side in order to keep up with these major league pitchers and have quality at bats in and out. So to do it at the level to where you're impacting the game like Dylan has, like Jake has the last couple of days, offensively and defensively, is huge for a team.
So 2-0 is inside. It's 2 misses arm side and then 1 glove side. If you're Jake Rogers and you were to go out there, you see somebody spraying.
Yeah.
What's your tendency to think you can help?
A lot of times when you see your guy that is struggling a little bit with that fastball location, you're trying to keep him on line. You're trying to make sure that that front shoulder's not flying open too soon, or he's not staying too closed and crossing over his body. You're really trying to keep him on line. That's something that I would try to remind guys, if like you were saying, if he's spraying a little bit, or if he's a little too early or too late and his ball's kind of sailing, reminding them to keep that shoulder. I would want my pitchers to throw the ball not at me, like if they're throwing it through me. That helps them kind of finish the pitch, like remind them to finish the pitch, and that tends to help guys stay on line. It's something Jack's been kind of fighting throughout the whole year, right? Is his fastball command, being in the zone. When he's in the zone, he's able to throw that slider out of the zone and get the swing and misses. So that's the name of the game, and being able to throw not just strikes but quality strikes, and then you'll get the chase off of that.
Rincones, who struck out in the 2nd inning, is the batter. Bases loaded, 1 out, no hits in the inning for Philadelphia. That's a check swing on a ball low. It's 1-0. Rincones just had his first major league home run back in mid-June. He's got 2 to his name. Swings through that slider, 1-1.
That was a good breaking ball right there. 1-0 to get back in the count, bases loaded. See, I mean, Jack's breaking ball, like, he always has a ton of confidence in it, right? And for Jake's going to have a lot of confidence in being able to throw it to get back into counts, even with guys on base. Even though he's been struggling a little bit with his command, that's going to be his bread and butter. So
once with fastball spraying, Jake's like, I gotta figure out what he's comfortable with.
Yeah, he's probably going to see another slider right here.
1-2. It's a fastball popped up third base side, foul ground. Keith is over. It is really windy now. That wind is hauling right to left. as the storm is ripping through.
Well, you guys were talking about the cloud a little bit earlier.
I was
Yeah,
terrified.
here it comes.
Andy makes fun of me when there's weather in the area because one day earlier this year the ribbon boards flashed like lightning and I was looking down and I thought it was lightning.
He like ducked. Like he was about to get zapped. It was very dramatic.
1-2, line drive, foul, just wide.
Yeah, that's always that was actually a pretty nice piece of hitting by Rincones there, because I mean that was a good pitch, kind of in the zone, out of the zone breaking ball pitch that Jack's trying to get a swing and miss on.
But at 20's already showed him twice.
He showed him twice, so he's kind of looking for it. That's why throwing the fastball was a nice idea by Jake to get it up to kind of try to get him off the slider. If that pitch is probably in the dirt, he might swing and miss, swing over the top of it, but that's what he's going to try to get him out with.
On 1-2. Swing and a miss. There's your high fastball.
Sometimes a guy gets in a little bit of swing mode. Fouls one off down the line. Almost had a double. High heat. Can't compete.
Does he do that? That? Does he do that on purpose?
You and I both had the same thought.
Yeah, we did.
I've actually never done that.
Look, I've known Nandy a long time. A long time. We spent many a nights at Old Fetzer Hall in Lake.
You never heard him say that in his entire life.
Hey, I busted out for you today, Alex.
That's right.
I thought you'd like that one. I've been holding it in there for years. For years.
Derek Hill homered his first time. There's ball one on a fastball.
He got him on a curveball in the last at bat. If a guy hits a homer on a pitch type, do you ever be like, I don't know if we want to go there, or is it more location?
No, it's usually more location. Sometimes it could be the sequence. It could be when you decided to throw that pitch and it wasn't the right pitch. I remember one time I called a changeup with Rick Porcello on the mound to the #9 hitter, and he hit it over the fence for a home run. And Jim Leland comes up to me like, what are you speeding his bat up for? What are you calling a changeup to that guy for?
Line drive left field. Riley has to play it on a hop. It's a high hop and a stop sign at third from Anthony Contreras. Thought they might press Riley Green there. Instead, they leave Bohm at third, and we're tied at 2.
Yeah, I don't know. Bohm froze for just that second to make sure the ball's going to get down. The slider, little top spinner. You see Bohm kind of looking at it, but that's a pretty quick stop sign on a ball that's hit the left.
You see the bounce too?
Yeah.
Riley had to play that up
with 2 outs.
Andy, you were talking about with Derek up there hitting the home run and then getting a breaking ball right there. That's, I mean, these Phillies hitters know that's what Jack's going to try to do to them. Like they're going to see a steady diet of breaking balls. So sometimes with guys on base, you take a shot at guessing at which pitch you're going to get, and if you see it up like that, and he ends up putting a good swing on it.
Well, if a guy's spraying his fastball too,
you can eliminate a pitch,
right? He's going to have to run to the breaking ball. He saw the at bat before.
Oh, 2 against the 9-hitter Marchand, who serves that high in the air and foul.
Yeah, I just don't know with 2 outs. Bohm was going on contact. Like, that's a tough no send. See if Jack can pitch out of it.
0-2 upstairs. All right, what's next? What do you like sequencing wise here, Alex?
Well, 1-2, you just went fastball up, and looking at it, the previous at bats, after showing fastball up, he tends to go to that breaking ball down to try to get the swing and miss down in the zone.
To second base, tough hop, Z-Mac, nice play.
That's a quick way to pick it up right there. Got in on him a little bit with that little line drive trajectory. He has to go back, create some space, scoop it at the last second.
His win.
If the Tigers score 3 or more runs in this game, you can visit participating Arby's location tomorrow and receive a free small order of curly fries.
We are joined in the booth by published author Alex Avila. Look at this puppy. Congrats.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Your Detroit Tigers, the great, the good, the top 400. It's a page
Appreciate
turner.
that.
Dan, I have not read it yet. Dan Petrie reads it on every team flight.
Yeah, he was telling me once he got a hold of the book that he wanted to get through it, and I think just finished it this last road trip, and it was a fun project that myself and Tom Gage did the book. Tom, did a lot of the legwork as far as putting together the list, because it was a lot of stats. It's all based on statistics and analytics on an algorithm that he kind of put together to find like what the true list of Tigers greats would be, and asked me if I wanted to join in on some of the player profiles and stories on the players, and I jumped at the chance because I thought it'd be a lot of fun to do.
How was the project to do? What was it like?
It was great. I mean, once Tom sent me the list, we would kind of take a few players here and there and have conversations about them. He'd compile all of our conversations and then kind of organize the stories to be able to fit it in book format and within the pages that we had. And it was a great trip down memory lane. A way to reflect on my time as a Tiger, talking about a lot of the players that I played with and against, but then also researching a lot, some of the older guys that I wasn't alive or around to see play, but I've always appreciated baseball history and really loved Tigers history. So it was a great project. The fans have been all over it, because I mean, everybody loves lists, right?
Yeah.
Best shortstops, best second basemen, first basemen, and that's how actually it kind of got started for Tom, because Cabrera, once he retired, I guess someone had asked him if he thought that Miggy was the greatest Tigers hitter of all time, and he's like, he was a great hitter, but I don't know if he was the greatest hitter.
Yeah.
So he started going down this rabbit hole, and he says, I just didn't stop. I kept going, and got to 400 players. There's 258 hitters and 142 pitchers.
Wow.
So it was quite the endeavor.
Who was number one?
Ty Cobb.
Well, yeah, makes sense.
He's up there.
Yeah.
He's up there on the brick wall.
Everybody that's a statue.
Everyone that's a statue's up there.
Top tenors up there. Yeah.
On this telecast, we do a random Tiger of the Day every day, and I feel like it would be a nice companion to this book. We have had some guys that are totally lost to history that deserve to have more recognition. That's why I love the idea for the book.
Yeah, no, it was a fun idea. It was a fun project. It kind of opened my eyes a little bit to some of the fun, cool stories, and I think adding kind of my experiences and stories from when I played here, because a lot of guys that me and Andy played with are on this list. There's a lot of current Tigers. I mean, Tarek's on this list, Riley's on this list, Torkelson's on this list. It's an ever evolving list, and so it was a fun project. One of the guys, since I was on the pregame with Todd Jones, Todd was asking where he fell on the list, which Todd ended up writing the forward for it. But one of the best relievers in Tigers history was John Hillard.
Yep. And
he ended up, the best part of his career was after he had a heart attack, and which is absolutely amazing. And one of the games that that he pitched after Billy Martin, is telling his pitchers, like, hey, if this guy comes back from the dead throwing strikes, why can't you?
Hey, it's time for Carhartt Tiger of the Day. You guys have to guess.
Oh, boy.
Okay, you have to guess who the Tiger of the Day is today. It's part of a family with 40 combined major league seasons.
Oh, man.
Well, one of the first families of baseball.
So we start thinking.
You can't be expected to get it necessarily. It's just a companion to our conversation.
Right. And that's the only clue we get.
You get one. No, you get.
We get a couple
there are
more
two
clues.
more clues coming. The Carhartt Tiger of the Day is 2 out. Valencia struck out. McKinstry, the batter. 2 strikes. All right, clue number 2. One of 8 Tigers since 1990 with 40-plus games as both a starter and a reliever. I think we're going to need clue number 3.
Starter and a reliever.
Yeah. We've seen a player related to this person already this year.
I'm terrible at trivia games, by the way.
Oh, you're set next to the worst all time.
Unless you're an experienced outdoorsman, you'd use his last name to start a fire.
Start a fire.
You like riddles, guys?
Did Hot Corner come up with that one?
Yeah, Hot Corner is a little salty. There's a junior with this name in Major League Baseball right now that we may have seen pretty recently. Like very recently, Andy. What do you use to start a fire?
Wood.
No.
Gasoline.
Yeah, Bill Gasoline is the Tiger of the day, you clown. 2-2 is strike 3.
The suspense is killing me.
Here you go. Here's the answer. It's Mark Leiter.
Come on.
In black and white for some reason.
Yeah.
Why is the picture in black and white?
I don't know. We'll find out after this. I think we're going to be pretty fortunate in the rain department. There's a storm that's sitting just south of here. As that is slashed foul left side, 0-1 for Trey Turner. The rain's coming down, but as you can see it on one of our enormous tigers.
One of the enormous pet tigers.
Yes. Looking directly into your living room, by the way.
That's one of those up on the scoreboard out in left field.
Did the eyes still light up green? They used to do that.
I think so. Not anymore?
I don't know.
I haven't seen them light up in years.
Oh, now the rain's really coming down. And the 0-1 is lined to left field. Riley Green lays out. And a cushy landing for out number 1. Nice play.
That's exceptional concentration right there. When the rain starts beating down, get a ball that's kind of a hooking line drive. And you see Riley, to secure it, he wants to make sure he's got it. He goes ahead and lays out. Does a little swan dive down into the wet grass.
I was always impressed by you guys, Andy, like outfielders, like being able to react on a low line drive like that.
Yeah.
Because there were plenty of times I'd be out shagging BP, and someone would hit a ball like that. I felt like I had no chance to like react and catch that.
The way it hooks and top spin and slicing spin and true backspin, that's a lot of reps. It's kind of like the way you catch a breaking ball and get under it. Like, I would have no chance to do that. But
true.
after 500 million of them, you start building a little instinct to it.
Yeah, we all have our strengths.
Yeah.
Mine clearly is not weather forecasting.
We're great.
I mean, just moments ago.
You were way off on that one.
Way off. We have pizza box umbrellas working right now.
You know,
look at that. That's ingenuity, though. That is.
You know, the rain, it reminds me of like, we had a rain, I don't know if you remember this, but we were playing the White Sox one game. Crazy rain came through. Chris Sale came in to pitch out of the bullpen, so that tells you how long ago it was, right?
Yeah.
It was Sale's first year. I'm hitting, and the umpire decides to hold the game with me in the batter's box 0-2 against Chris Sale. And the tarp comes on 45 minutes later. Sale's still on the mound, so I get to sat on 0-2 for 45 minutes. Come back out, he throws a slider, strike 3. So I had a 45-minute at bat to strike out.
And you knew it was a slider. Like you knew
I knew it was coming.
Popped up second base. McKinstry is underneath for out number 2, and we get a message from the Southeast Michigan Ford dealers.
Lease a Ford F-150 XLT Super Crew for $399 a month for 24 months. Or returning AZ Plan lessees can lease a Ford F-150 XLT Super Crew for $299 a month for 24 months.
Johnny Kane downstairs, Andy Dirks, Alex Avila, Jason Benetti, our entire crew from Comerica Park. Good game so far. 2-2 in the 5th inning. Tigers and Phillies. The final 3 games before the All-Star break. Strike 1 to Bryce Harper.
A lot of fans. Like when catchers now go to a knee. You didn't. You were old school until later in your career.
Yeah.
Advantage?
I think so. I think I would have done it earlier in my career, actually. I think guys, it helps out guys quite a bit, receiving and, you know, keeping their bodies fresh.
1-2-3 inning for Flaherty. Top of the order. Bottom 5 next. Is that Chad Smith? No, it's Will Ferrell on drum cam. They get mistaken for each other every once and again. And there's Chad Smith doing his day job after being a great analyst for an inning. And there's Andy.
Why does his look so much better than mine?
Yeah, you look way uncoordinated.
Whoa. I thought I looked way sweeter than that.
I don't know about that.
I thought I did in my head. You know, Alex, I got this thought in my head that of what I look like, and then there's reality.
Did any of your kids play an instrument?
They all play piano.
Yeah,
all of them. They take
nice.
piano lessons, and then they've moved into.
Maybe we should get one of them a drum set.
I think so. I just had a drum set, and I just got rid of it.
Why?
Well, there's space constraints in the house, and there's also this thing called noise. And when there's 5 of
That's
them
why I
running
think
around,
we should get them a drum set.
That's right. We'll pitch in. We'll Amazon it in the next couple days.
Jack would be happy. He would. If you Amazon it to my house, I will find a place for it. Because then it was meant to be. Because we were debating whether or not to keep it or not. Mm-hmm. And now this all is coming into the fold, and who knows? Jack could be the next Chad Smith, and now I'm ruining his dream.
Yeah.
Now I feel bad.
Chad Smith got his start by taking the vats from the Baskin-Robbins here locally. He told us on the podcast earlier. They just take the ones that were done with, like the cookies and cream was out, so they give him like the big vat.
Right.
And he'd take it home and use Lincoln Logs and play the drum set from
That's
the Baskin-Robbins.
Yeah.
Your son, Andy Dirks, had a drum set. You took it away.
Yeah, you ruined his dream.
To put a futon in the living room.
No, I want him to be more resilient and creative. If you want it bad enough, kid, you'll use the Lincoln Logs in the Baskin-Robbins cans.
Show me how much you want it.
Right. Hey, when I grew up, I carved a stick out
back
and
in
hit
my
rocks.
day.
What is this, Whiplash,
bat.
the sequel?
That's the way I did it. There was no Louisville Sluggers.
Where's JK at?
Yeah, get JK here to tell you how to be tough and a drummer.
Right.
What's the percentage of times that the pitcher needs the mound to be worked on and it actually needs to be worked on?
Every time.
It is every time?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because I think some people at home are skeptical.
I know, for sure. And I get it. Sometimes you think like you're stalling or something like that. But when a guy asks for the grounds crew to come out to fix the mound, for him, there's a real issue. And you know what? As a starter, that's your start day. So you want to, make sure everything is as good as possible to try to be as good you can for your team. And, if you need a little landscaping done.
Hey, whatever you need on your start day. If you're hey, you need your shirt pressed, yeah, we'll do that for you. You got any quirks? We got you covered.
Specific music in the clubhouse, whatever.
Ground ball first base. That is fair, and Nola does get over for round number 1. Okay, so Justin Verlander. Earlier this homestand makes the announcement that he's going to retire after this season. What was your first thought when you heard that?
It's actually a little sad. Mainly because, I think, he's been so good for baseball, right? Just like what he's been able to accomplish and do throughout his entire career. For me, it's kind of like the end of an era, right? With
that to center field is down. It's a base hit. Jake Rogers just keeps on hitting.
He's raking right now, feeling good.
Rake Rogers.
But yeah, for me, it was like, it's kind of like the end of an era. Like when I see him, like where he's at, Max, where he's at in his career. It's pretty. It's great to look back on it. But it's a little sad at times that it's over, because it's remarkable that he's still doing it at 43. But at the same time, I knew that it was probably coming. We've had conversations over the course of the year about it, and I think he's starting to feel like it was time. And I'm glad he said something before the end of the year. That way, he can kind of get his flowers, and people could really appreciate what he's been able to accomplish in this game. So. I know whenever that last start happens, I'll probably be crying like a baby.
A lot of great memories.
Yeah.
We just saw a video of you two together. What are the snapshots in your mind when you think of Justin Verlander in the dugout on the field?
Yeah, well, we showed a lot of the good moments there, and me laughing and stuff like that. There was quite a few battles, throughout our time together, just on, what we wanted to do to certain hitters, certain lineups, and. In a good way, though. Like it was kind of like a healthy competition. I think that's one of the reasons why we gelled pretty well. We challenged each other on certain ideas on how to get certain guys out, and helped each other in a big way where, I mean, he would have been great no matter what, but he helped me become a much better catcher and someone that pitchers can rely on, and when it came to calling games and putting together game plans.
How so? In all these starts together, are Chevy's strongest players, you two together. How did he help you prep?
Well, just the way he did it. And I think the thing about Justin too, like he was able to go to a different place mentally when it came to his preparation. So like you almost had to match that in order to be able to keep up with him. There were times like, you know, especially my first few times catching him, like I didn't match that level of intensity of, you know, from a preparation standpoint. And I think it showed, at least to the two of us, that I wasn't there. And it took me a few starts catching him to kind of get to that point to match his level of intensity.
Rogers got a great jump. He would have been easily safe at second. Instead, it's out number 2. And Colt Keith will bat. You know, this might not be Justin's favorite memory that we're about to show.
Oh, were you calling that game?
I think I might have.
You were calling that game.
Yeah, I think I might have been. Dude, what did he say to you after that?
Well,
did he speak to you?
We kind of joke actually about that because I had 2 homers off him that year. Both of them were, I think, either game tying or go ahead homers for the White Sox that knocked him out of the game. So that was 2 wins that he didn't have.
Oh, nailed him.
May have cost him another Cy Young. But a funny one, I think, the other one that I hit off him in Chicago, he was yelling at me that he gifted me a watch after catching his no-hitter in Toronto that he wanted the watch back.
So good. Did you know what he was going to throw you in those 2 counts?
I didn't know, but the thing about Justin, and I think a few hitters that the couple of guys that, you know, would have had success off him, like he was going to challenge you. I think you always knew that. So you were always ready for the fastball. That was something I remember, you know, Jim Thome tell me, because Thome owned Verlander. There were so many times me and Justin didn't know how to get Thome out. Like he just owned him. So one day when I was with the White Sox, I asked Jim, I'm like, hey, did you have anything on him? And he's like, Alex, no, I just knew he was going to challenge me. So I was always ready to hit. I didn't have to like sift through the junk to get to the fastball I wanted to hit. I was just ready to hit because I had a good feeling he was going to challenge me with, you know, 97, 98.
The best part of that story, by the way, is that you started it with him saying your name. Because that's the best Jim Thome impression you can do. It always starts with your name.
Right, exactly.
When he's talking to you. He's the most polite guy. There is strike 3. Will you stick around for the 6th?
Yeah,
with us?
Absolutely.
All right. Alex Avila will join us for the 6th inning. The no-hitter, though, got to be a special place again.
One of the best moments of my career.
That was before the homers.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Detroit Tigers and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Detroit Tigers.
Celebrate 125 years of Detroit Tigers baseball, July 23rd through the 26th at Comerica Park. Join us as we honor World Series champions, legendary players, and the unforgettable moments that have defined Tigers history. Visit tigers.com/125 to learn more.
Hear how good he is at promos, Alex?
I mean, he's got a great. You guys do a phenomenal job. And you know, every once in a while, like you guys will get a text from me. I'll be sitting in my backyard watching the game, smoking a cigar, and you know, enjoying, you know, what you guys bring to the game. It's a good thing going.
Thank you. That's the life, though, that you have.
Yeah, right. Sitting in the backyard.
That's the
way
to do it. We got a good game here, by the way. Phillies played great baseball since the managerial change. The Tigers have the best record in the American League since June the 1st. We are tied at 2. Top of the 6th inning. Don Mattingly's Phillies, A.J. Hinch's Tigers. And a swing and a miss by Brandon Marsh. 1 ball and 2 strikes off the slider. Derek Hill, former Tiger, has driven in 2.
He's played really well for them this year. You know, as a 4th outfielder, kind of spot starts.
Third strikeout for Marsh. Let's give you the story so far. Our Comerica Bank game summary. Jack Flaherty, Andy, started this game like gangbusters.
He did, and that fastball was good. The slider combo, and Nola has been keeping him off balance with the curve. But each of them have given up a few home runs.
Alex, your thoughts on Kevin McGonigal?
How about that? Yeah, left center. That's my favorite right there. But, you know, coming out of spring training, I remember broadcasting the game, the two games that the Tigers did in the Dominican Republic against the Dominican national team, and all the talk was like, is he going to make the team out of spring training? And we were broadcasting the game at MLB Network, and watching his at-bats, I was like, how do you not bring this kid with you? And he's certainly proven it.
Riley Green is back on it. He is there to snare it. Riley Green crashing into the wall to save extra bases. 2 down.
That's how you go get a baseball right there. It starts with defensive alignment. He's playing in the gap and deep in order to be able to reach up and grab that ball. The Tigers shift their outfielders as good as anybody in baseball, and right there it pays off in a big way to keep a runner off second, maybe third. But you want to know why Riley Green's an all-star? Everybody knows he can hit, but we saw a diving play early in the game when the rain's coming down. Now going to the gap, deep in the left center with a backhand play.
That's also a lot of maturity, you know, from in the outfield spot right there, showing like him taking that first peek to see where the wall's at, though.
Yeah.
You know, and even like on the diving play, like he knows how to dive, you know, to not injure himself, and then trying to make that play right there, knowing where he's at, where the wall's at, using the warning track to, you know, to give him a little bit of a reprieve from the wall and not, you know, just go crashing into it and, you know, risk any sort of injury.
Which he had. I mean, that dive is a thing he worked on after the 23 season when he had the injury in Chicago. Fouled away by Stott, 0-2. Credit to Jack Flaherty for bouncing back after a 7-batter fourth inning to go 1-2-3 in the fifth, 2 out here in the sixth, and 2 strikes on Bryson Stott, who is gone. Strike 3. One, 2-3 inning because of Jack Flaherty's second strikeout in the sixth. Bottom 6, Riley Green ready to go. Beautiful catch in the outfield, 2 of them tonight to keep the score at 2-2. It'll be Green, Torkelson, and Carpenter, and our Bet365 odds update is for Riley Green. He's been on base twice, a walk and a double. And now he's going to face that bullseye of a left-hander out of the bullpen. Tim Meza, our Wolfside Windows pitching change. He's one of 2 lefties, Andy, in this bullpen, and he's the guy that's been getting lefties out.
He's their primo lefty right now. He's got a really good sinker slider combo, gets a ton of ground balls. You know, big tall guys like this, as Alex knows well, they come across their body, they create an angle, that ball starts way behind your head. It's a little uncomfortable. You got to keep that front side in, keep it soft.
Yeah, these guys were always really tough because they kind of play that X game on the plate, right? You know, you have the slider away, and then they could sink it in. So as a lefty, you're looking away on that slider. He has the ability to bust you in and tie you up, and then when you're looking in, you get off balance with the slider away. So love catching guys like this. Didn't like hitting against guys like this.
2-1 is in there. A strike, 2-2 to Riley Green from Meza. It's interesting here. The Phillies are down to 1 lefty then, with at least another trip through the order to come. So you figure maybe Kerry Carpenter stays in depending on situation here for AJ Hinch. If you have 2 on, nobody out, probably a pinch hit.
Yeah,
maybe.
And the other lefty, Jose Alvarado, has given up a lot of damage to left-handed hitters. So it's not like he's a shoe-in to come in left on left and carve guys up.
No, I mean, the thing about it, Duran gets everybody out.
Right.
So he'll get righties or lefties out. Brad Keller, pretty good at getting left-handers out as well, but for that targeted left-hander, Mays is pretty much it. 3-2. Boy, that's fun, isn't it?
Oof. But I think you're spot on with that, Jason, as far as like just depends on the situation. It's all about the opportunity that you have in front of you, whether you make the move or not, if you're A.J. Hinch.
We'll wait and see who's on, how many outs. It's Green and Torkelson first, and that torque at bat is huge in this inning if you can pay off the right on left. Pitch number 8 to Riley Green, who's grinding it out. Another foul ball. Well, does that make you want to get back in the box, Alex?
Yeah, well, that just tells you. I mean, he's a tough guy to be able to square up, and really not giving Riley much to hit. Just using that sinker, driving it in. He's been fouling it off his foot and over the first base, just like that.
Mesa just shook twice. How could he shake twice?
Because he called the slider twice, and he said, "No, I want to go sinker in."
Sometimes too, like you call something knowing he's going to shake as a catcher to just get to the next one to give him something different to think about.
It's going to be a challenge coming. It's a slider. Either ball 4 or strike 3. Marchand doesn't know whether or not he got it right. In 2 and 1, we'll find out. It is ball 4.
Not even close. It is amazing how close some of those ABSs are.
Oh yeah,
wild. But here you go, lefty pays off in at bat. Now you get the righty up. He's still tough on righties, and this is where for Torque, use the big part of the field, get under the sinker. Last thing you want to do is little sinker away, hit a ground ball to shortstop or to third base, and they turn a double play.
It's a fastball, 0-1.
That's a good swing. That's the approach right there. He knows it. That's an easy one to roll over.
Green at first. 0-1. Torque lays off of a slider. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Oh, he challenged too late.
Oh, they called that a strike. Pardon me. 0-2. Torque wanted to challenge. That looked low, and it was.
He thought about it just a tick too long.
I thought for sure that was low. It was. Wendelstedt called it a strike.
Strike.
Well, I think Hunter's call was a bit late. I don't think Torque actually heard it. I think he thought
you should be able to challenge that.
That's terrible. The hand went up, and right as soon as he heard strike, he turned around and challenged.
Torque to the pull side and left. Out number 1. Let's get a message from Rally House, Michigan.
The season starts at Rally House. From jerseys and hats to tumblers for game day, it's where outrageous selection meets every fan's style.
It is going to be Matt Vierling pinch hitting for Kerry Carpenter. Runner on, 1 out. Trying to pick up this run. The one thing about that challenge is if Wendelstedt thought in any way Torque looked at the dugout,
he's a right-handed hitter.
Wave it off.
He ain't looking over there.
I know.
It's okay. Sometimes umpires mess up.
I'm just saying that's a piece of it.
I mean, he looked out to the left-ish, but could he have seen the dugout?
I don't think so. I don't think he heard Hunter make the call and was surprised that he ended up calling it a strike.
I agree. That should have been a challenge that's allowed.
Right.
And it wasn't.
But now you got the righty facing the lefty here. But the big spot here is showing leverage in this bullpen. Late inning guys for Phillies. AJ's saying, hey, let's try to score now. So when that 8th and 9th inning guy do come in, hopefully we have a lead.
Yeah, Duran's been pretty much locked down, right? Like,
yeah.
He's not giving up much. So you're trying to, in this situation when you got Riley on first base, you're trying to get the matchup. And if, Vierling can get a ball in the gap or down the line and, Riley can score from first and get a lead.
You figure Duran is available tonight, although he threw 21 pitches yesterday. He threw 23 days ago. Jonathan Boland's thrown 2 of the last 3. He's been great for them, the right-hander. That's 2-0 on Vierling. There's Orion Kerkering, who's had a great bounce back year after what happened at Dodger Stadium to end that series last year. 2-0. Late in the slider, 2-1. This is setting up possibly for another magic moment for Eduardo Valencia. He's on deck. 2-1. 3 balls and a strike. Just finds you sometimes, this game.
It's true. Last night was absolutely magical. I was watching the game, and to see him come up, be able to have that moment was pretty spectacular.
3-1. Ball 4. Vierling walks. 2 on, 1 out if you missed it. Here's what Eduardo Valencia did last night in his first major league at bat. He didn't know off the bat. He would have run to Canada if you let him.
I mean, he generates some really good bat speed. He's got some whip in that bat.
16 homers in AAA already this year. You can see the power. He's a big guy. But to hit it out there, that's a shot.
Yeah.
It wasn't carrying well last night either.
They're going to leave Meza in. Valencia takes a slider strike.
Yeah, I think for Don Mattingly here, I mean, we saw Orion, getting loose pretty quickly in the pen, but probably likes the matchup as far as trying to get a ground ball with 1 out.
It's last year in the minors for Valencia. 24 home runs. As you mentioned, Andy, the 16 this year in AAA. He has forced the Tigers' hand. 1-1. Line drive left center. He did it again. Valencia comes through. The Tigers take the lead. What a week. His wife Ariana enjoying every second of it. Boy, this game's easy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Works the count a little bit, gets a hanging breaking ball, does a nice job staying on it. In his interview when he hit the homer, he said, I wasn't trying to do too much. I just want to make good contact. For a young guy, the adrenaline is up. It's real easy to swing out of your shoes, miss those little cookies that you might get in a ball game, but the wherewithal, all those minor league at bats, all the work he's put in, making him ready for that moment right there, driving in the go-ahead run.
Yeah, it's a culmination of him, being able to slow it down in that moment to be able to come through.
How does he have energy left after last night?
No, you definitely find it. You get called up your first couple of games of the big leagues, you're not sleeping for a good while.
You feel no soreness. You don't even feel your leg.
No.
He's going to need the All-Star break by Sunday now. Look at the focus. It's a bunt, first base side of the mound. Meza looks at the plate, throws to first, wide. It's all over the place, and the Tigers are home again, 4-2.
We've seen the big flies being a big part of this offense. McKinstry lays down a beauty right here. When it's lefty on the mound, he bunts it to the first base side, and Harper can't crash because he's holding the runner on. Puts it in a perfect spot.
Yeah, that first and third safety squeeze is the toughest play to be able to defend. And usually at that point, you're not going to be able to get the guy at home, and you're just hoping, as for your pitcher's going to make a good throw to first. But that's the toughest offensive play to defend in baseball.
James Outman, hello, right center field and down, gap-worthy. 1 run's home. Here comes the second. Outman has triple on his mind, and he gets what he wants at 6-2.
Offensive onslaught ensues. It all started with a harmless little walk to Riley Green. Matty B with a walk, and all of a sudden, the wheels are coming off for the Phillies here in Detroit. First pitch, little baby slider. Outman crushes it to right center. The way he runs, that's no doubt about it, triple. That's one bobble away from inside to Parker.
Okay, so the infield in. Let's just go back 2 plays. The Matt Vierling slide into home looked a lot like that play against Tampa Bay in 2024. The Tigers are hitting left-handed pitching. The starting rotation is fantastic. And the Tigers are climbing out of a major deficit. It's kind of ridiculous how parallel it is right now to 2 years ago.
Well,
we got a balk. It's a balk, and here comes Outman. It's 7-2. The ball of yarn is completely unspooled for the Phillies. Don Mattingly would like an explanation either from the umpires or his team. So watch Meza here.
No,
he started his move. Yeah, he started to dip into that.
Yes. He started to come set. Stop. Came right back. That's a great call.
Yeah, it looked like there he was trying to listen to what the pitch was going to be from the pitch comm. Thought he had the pitch, was getting ready to set, and was like, no, that wasn't the pitch I wanted. Let me shake.
2-0 is ball 3.
You were on it though, Jason. I mean, it's contagious. Good baseball is contagious, and like Andy was saying, like it started with Riley Green's at bat, grinded through that at bat, works a walk. Vierling works a walk, and then you get a big base hit from Valencia, right? And it snowballs. Like that's how you create the momentum, and it's contagious. Hitting, good baseball, all of it.
Fly ball right center. This crowd thinks everything's going to leave right now.
Yeah,
it's great.
Good team at bats throughout this inning, right? Like guys not, in a 2-2 game. Yeah, of course, Riley's trying to hit the ball over the ballpark, but at the same time, he's putting together a good at bat.
That's right.
To get on base, any way he can, pass the baton, pass the torch.
Man. And you get this youthful energy coming up. It just adds another dynamic. Just that presence. You see the energy level, the smiles. Everybody's playing loose and relaxed. And it's not just one guy doing it. It's the team effort. McKinstry laying down the bunt. Like everybody's contributing. When that happens in a ball club, good vibes around.
That's a good point.
The only downside is Jake Rogers just made his first out in 9 plate appearances. He's been total force field mode.
Yeah, and he hit it 385 feet to the warning track.
Talk about a bad break. McGonigal challenges, and this is either 1-2 or 2-1, and it is a ball. Kevin McGonigal got the challenge off in time. ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile. He's 21 years old. The things he does on a baseball diamond are so far beyond his years. Now he's going to go sleep in his own bed for the All-Star game.
I was talking to him today. I asked him how many tickets he had to leave for the All-Star game. He said 35.
Oh man, there's not enough mill money on the planet to cover that.
He's a card collector now, by the way, as of very recently. He was sitting at his locker most of the day yesterday when the reporters were in there just putting cards in sleeves. He got a card of himself, which has to be a cool thing for Kevin McGonigal. Alex, you did your job. Great to see you, man.
Good luck charm right here.
Fantastic.
Guys,
Keep
appreciate
bringing
it.
you up, getting all these runs.
Great to see you.
Great to
We'll
see you guys
again.
too.
You still here this weekend?
I'll be around this weekend and be around later this summer.
Awesome. We'll see you.
All right, guys.
Alex Avila gets the Tigers 5 runs.
Stream Tigers baseball all summer long for just $19.99 a month on Detroit Sports Net, presented by Bet365. Subject to national exclusivities. Terms and conditions apply. Subscribe by visiting tigers.com/Detroit Sports Net.
What was that?
I was trying to do one of your voices.
Oh, great. I was hoping that wasn't the answer. Jacob Waguespack is in out of the bullpen for the Tigers, and our wall side windows pitching change is Jacob, who comes in after Jack Flaherty really calmed the seas down. 5th and 6th innings, 6 up, 6 down after a busy 4th. That is maturity from Jack Flaherty tonight, Andy.
And just progression throughout the season. You know, we saw earlier in the year when the wheels kind of got a little wobbly, things would get out of control. He had a hard time tuning it back in. Tonight, that slider got him right back on pace, got some swing and miss on that in a couple big at bats. Then the fastball started barking again. Got right back on track, got his team through those 6 innings, did a fabulous job.
Waguespack on 1-2. Ground ball foul, first base side. StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. And it's Jack Flaherty swings and misses 16 of them tonight.
Yeah, we saw what led the charge. It was the 4-seam and that slider combo. The knuckle curve was a nice pitch to get him off the slider. A little slower pace. It's interesting, you know, the Texas side used the changeup quite a little bit. He didn't even use that pitch hardly at all today.
Even with all the lefties.
With all the lefties. Yeah. So it's, you know, you see the different types of lineups, the way they shape up, they attack them in different ways.
Bouncing ball, Zach McKinstry. 1 away. That's his 2nd most swings and misses, tied for this year.
Against a very powerful offense, there's some swing and miss, but you look at the location on those fastballs. They're up. That's where he was getting swing and miss. Perfectly placed sliders. You see that little back foot, Johnny, there with the slider and then the knuckle curve. And everything that he was throwing, once he got in leverage, looked good out of the hand. And that's the conviction with the fastball, paying off.
Derek Hill was the reason the game was tied until the Tigers scored 5 in the bottom of the 6th. His homer in the 3rd, RBI single in the 4th. Oh, 1. Thanks to Alex Avila for joining us for a couple innings. Such an insightful guy, smart guy, great human being.
Yeah, he's been nothing but class. From day one when I met him, saw him get called up from AA Erie to the big leagues. First guy I was ever around that got called up. It was a really cool moment. And we've been friends for quite a little while.
It's great. 2-1. Pumped to right field. Derek Hill is not done. It's a 1-out single. Let's get a message from Figer Law, shall we?
If you've been injured in an auto accident, make Figer Law your first call. Figer Law. All we do is win.
All we do is win.
Tigers are in the middle of a stretch since June 1st, where they've gone 33 games with an ERA sub-3 and 60+ home runs. That's the 12th time ever that's happened in this league. Ever. And we've seen it tonight. Jack Flaherty was very good.
Oh, that ball bounced, hit Derek Hill in the back of the helmet.
Yeah, it did.
Kept him from being able to go to second base. And that couldn't have felt great.
Donk.
Yeah, when you're a right-handed hitter, there's no ear flap on that right side. It's on the left side. Testing the jaw out.
Wow. 0-1 to Marchand. On the ground foul. Everybody look out over there. Okay. Vic Carapazza had to bunny hop out of the way. Hill got hit in the coconut.
You got to be quick to dodge a baseball.
You can dodge a wrench.
Surely you can dodge a baseball.
Marchand lines it to right. Matt Vierling makes the catch. 2 down. Elsewhere, Parker Messick for Cleveland has a no-hitter through 5 1/3 at the Marlins. Cleveland's up 3-0. The Athletics and White Sox are scoreless through 4. And the Mets and Red Sox are in the 3rd. It's 2-0 Boston. That Red Sox team is very hot as well. The only thing not as hot about Boston is their air travel. They got stuck in Chicago as we get an ABS challenge of that pitch. Trey Turner checking to see if it is a strike, and it is a strike. Philadelphia is out of challenges. But to that story, the Red Sox plane didn't take off until this afternoon.
Oh, no.
To get to New York to play the Mets, they landed somewhere in the 4:30, 5 o'clock range.
Whoa!
To play tonight.
That's wild. I've never heard of that.
Right?
Yeah, that's tough.
I think they delayed the game slightly based on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
But the Red Sox did not make it to LaGuardia, which is thankfully very close to Citi Field, until late this afternoon.
They got on a bus straight to the field then.
Absolutely.
It's like, put your uniform on in the airplane, boys. When we land, it's going to be the first inning.
And it was a day game yesterday, so I wonder if Sonny Gray even flew ahead.
Right.
He might have been on the plane.
That's wild.
1-1. Oh, odd side spin shot. Weird spin, and McKinstry just couldn't handle it.
He saw it right off the bat. That thing was spinning like a cue ball just hit with a ton of English on it. It was bouncing all over the place. He hit on the cup of the bat. You see how that's hot hard to the left from our angle? So McKinstry went over to his left to field it.
So Drew Summers was up. That battery of left-handers is coming. 2 on, 2 out when we come back.
Now playing in theaters.
Wallside Windows pitching change. Drew Summers is on to face Schwarber, Harper, and Marsh. No pressure. 2 out, 2 on, 7-2 game. Left on left to Schwarber, who has hit lefties as well as any lefty in Major League Baseball this year. First pitch is ball 1. Kyle Schwarber loves home runs. He lives to hit home runs. This is Major League history. He has the 2nd highest percentage of hits that are home runs. Mark McGwire, Kyle Schwarber, top 2. And he's 2-0 against Drew Summers.
And he will do damage on left fastballs. His slugging against that pitch type's like 887. So you know what he's setting on.
Fly ball left field. Green is back. Green at the track. Riley's there to make the catch. It wasn't to the pull side. It didn't get out. And coming up is the Figer-Law 7th inning stretch. Take a breath.
And we welcome everybody back here to the ballpark with the Rini family from Davidson, Michigan. Dad TJ, Mom Paige, little Cole, 4 years old, and the man of the hour, Tommy Rini, just turned 8 years old. Dad, let me ask you before I get to your boy here, like what happened here at his 8th birthday that has caused this to become more than you ever could have imagined?
Honestly, way more than we ever could have imagined. Like Tommy here, sweetest boy ever. His birthday's coming up. What's the one thing you want, Tommy? Pick one thing. And all he wanted was the Hype Fire bat. Well, that's a $400 bat, and he knew it. So he gave us plenty of backup plans. Like, I know it's expensive, Dad. So we had no clue it was going to happen. I saw somebody else do a bat surprise video. I told Paige, I said, we should do this, send it around to the family. It'll be a cute video. We did it. 75 million views later. It's been incredible on the field today, getting to meet the players and some autographs. The boys living the dream right now.
You mentioned 75 minutes. Look at Colt Keith. Come on.
That's part of the dream, too. Colt Keith out of here. Happy birthday, Tommy.
Attaboy. That's incredible. That's incredible. Tommy, let me ask you, we'll see Cole Keith doing the home run trots. In this video, you're doing the swing. I'd like to see your swing on camera. Slow motion if you could. There it is, good load, and then powers through. There it is. Very good. All right, his favorite player is?
Larry Green.
You know who's at bat right now? Get over there. That's right. All right, you can step over and watch here for a second. I don't want to take that away from you. I do have to mention, you mentioned like 75 million views, Mom. Like, you just did it as this, you know, a video, like a reveal where you pulled the bat out that he had and then you put the big one in. Like, what's his response been like from Major League Baseball, the Tigers, everybody once they saw this?
I mean, a lot of companies reached out. A lot of people loved it. A lot of people are touched by it. It was just amazing. I mean, the boys were sent so much stuff. I mean, it was just incredible. Like, it was just one video that was supposed to be just for the family, you know, just a sentimental video, and it just blew up. So it was amazing. Yeah.
It's just kind of amazing how it all came together. Let me ask you, I know I don't have access to the video right now, but what was, you got really emotional when you turned around and you saw you had the bat. Like, what was that like, buddy?
It was like, I was very happy and I was very grateful that my mom and dad paid $400 for a single bat. And it's just super good that have this feeling when you get a new bat. I just put it a little overboard and I just felt excitement so much.
I understand, because they love you so much, man. They love you so much. That's your new gamer. Are you sleeping with it?
Not really, but when I first got it, I did sleep.
There's nothing wrong with that. Tommy, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
The birthday presents keep rolling in for Tommy. Up top and over. Torque bomb.
What a night.
Don't let the Tigers get hot, part 2.
You know, they do. If they do this for 2 more days, they're putting themselves at high risk for everybody really taking note of what's happening in Detroit.
Oh, my. Veering to left field to the warning track.
I mean, it is just fight at the bat rack right now. Who's up next? Well, it was Torque. He destroys one to left center, no doubter, off the bat. And it is full power right now. See, no doubter? The ones that hit the top of the wall.
Well, you know physics so well. You were certain it was going to hit and spin.
I just knew that it was going to hit off that nook and cranny.
Oh, boy.
On the top of that little yellow fence pad. But it's going right in Detroit.
Tigers have hit so many homers this homestand. On that Torque home run, nobody even stood up on contact. They're like, oh, it's going to go 2.
It's a new norm around here.
Watch.
They're like, oh, yeah.
It's probably.
Nice swing, Torque. Meet you back in the dugout.
I mean, if that doesn't say that this team is grooving right now, and here's Valencia, who just can do no wrong. That's a base hit to right, a little kick in his step.
And that was the big hit. He had the big hit earlier in the ball game. First and second. Hit a ball to left center field to score that go-ahead run. And since then, it has been all Tigers bats. Just going to see that big hole over there. Poke it over there. Get you a knock. It's a good hit.
Those Tigers jerseys might have to be Valencia orange from now on. He keeps hitting like that in these. So look, the Tigers, we were like, where's the home run power? When's it going to come? The answer was in spades. 60 home runs in 33 games, 25 in the previous 33. It is tied for the 6th largest increase in any 33-game span ever in this sport.
And it's been multiple guys.
Yes.
Colt Keith's gotten on that party train since June. That bat has been talking way back. Anything top rail and hard to him, watch out.
Here's the amazing thing. If you just became a baseball fan in Detroit a couple of years ago, 2024, and I know this is a generational town where it gets passed down. So there aren't, there's not millions of people who are just learning baseball. But what a wild ride this has been. Like, it's never 20-20 in 40 games.
No.
It's 30-5, 4-20. And then suddenly you're in the playoffs again. Hope you enjoyed it.
Cardiac kids. We got to keep you on your toes.
Everybody says it's a marathon, not a sprint. Ridiculous. This team, it's always a sprint.
Sprint, catch your breath.
Let's sprint again.
Catch your breath.
What are we doing? Ground ball over the mound. Turner plays it on to first. Andy, you got 7 seconds to tell us what we're watching.
Lots of homers, 10 runs. Somebody let the Tigers get hot.
Jack.
Tigers baseball on Detroit Sportsnet is brought to you by Wallside Windows, local and family owned, celebrating 82 years as Michigan's leader in replacement windows, and by your Metro Detroit Buick GMC dealers. Extra base hits galore. The Tigers have pounded out 10 runs on 8 hits under ominous skies. But the skies were only ominous for the Phillies tonight, it turns out, with 6 outs to get, and Bo Brisky is our Wallside Windows pitching change. He'll face Harper first.
Bo's looking for a clean outing, trying to get back into a groove here. The job Jacob Wagasback has done for this Tigers bullpen has been incredible. Navigating that 7th inning flawlessly.
Second time Harper has not missed by much. It's a fly ball to left. It's Riley Green. And it's 1 away. And our Bet 365 upcoming schedule. Christopher Sanchez, Casey Mize. Runs should be at a premium for the remainder of this weekend, Andy.
For sure. Christopher Sanchez is really, really good. His last out, he got roughed up a bit against Kansas City. So when a good pitcher gets roughed up and you're facing him next, you know he's going to make adjustments, going to bring you his A game. That changeup's nasty.
Marsh, left side base hit. Yeah, that changeup we saw on Sunday Night Baseball last year, just after the trade deadline.
Nobody could lay off of it.
No.
It was swing and miss galore. And you know Wheeler. I mean, he's got multiple ways to get you out at any given point in any at bat. Gets ahead, throws lots of strikes, nasty. So it's a tough test for this offense who's been grooving, though. It's kind of like that ride you got on as a kid, and you don't want that person to ever. Don't stop it. Just keep it going. Keep it going. Put another coin in the machine, whatever it takes.
So I actually think you're describing your ride on the carousel on the concourse yesterday.
That's it. And when that ride conductor hits that stop button, everybody's sad. So just keep it going indefinitely.
Hey, as long as that carousel's turning over there down the first base line, the Tigers have a chance to spin.
They got more than a chance the way they're playing baseball right now. They'll be back in the hunt, in the thick of it very quickly. They keep at this pace right now the way they're playing baseball.
It was top-notch comedic timing. I figured it'd be spinning when we cut to it.
Sometimes it spins, sometimes it doesn't. The conductor stopped it. That's what we don't want the Tigers to do. Don't ever stop it.
Don't stop.
But you do have to stop it to get the children off. It'd be a little dangerous if the kids have to jump off while it's moving, there may be some liability issues there. So for that, yes, stop that. But this right here, don't ever stop what's happening here in this between the lines.
And we'll prove to you at some point that they are just loading. And we got a challenge here from Jake Rogers.
The catcher is challenging the ball call.
I thought Hunter Wendelstedt was going to ring him up. He went up with that right hand a little bit, and everybody was like, are you going to do it?
Then he didn't. I think there was a challenge. We haven't seen the response of the challenge system, though. Jake Rogers challenged. A.J. Hinch is out of the dugout.
Hunter Wendelstedt even said something.
Yeah, he announced the challenge, and it never happened. Did you call that a ball, said A.J. Hinch. The catcher is challenging. They both challenged, said Hunter.
What? So 2 challenges negate the challenge?
No, Rogers should be able to challenge this, and he's going to. I don't know that he's going to win.
See, it looked like he was about to ring him up, and then
everybody challenged. Both players challenged. It was a ball, and Rogers should get the effect of the challenge here. This was a challenging challenge. We have the rare double challenge.
Yeah, but the Phillies are out of challenges, so it doesn't even matter.
Challenging the call of ball.
Now, Vic Carapazza, the crew chief, just announced the call. That's got to be the first time ever that not the plate umpire made the call, and it's low. After all that, it's a ball. Jake says, thank you.
Field is confirmed.
What?
I don't know what was going on there. Phillies are out of challenges. Doesn't matter if they challenge, whatever happens. But Jake definitely challenged, and he even called for the challenge. The home plate umpire.
Correct.
So, what?
1-2. You know how sometimes they'll do a stress test on a system?
Yeah.
Like the emergency alert system, just to make sure it works at like noon on a Tuesday. That was just a stress test on the challenge system. Just make sure that if both guys were still going to get it right. And they did. Great job.
Even if the crew chief has to do it.
2-2 for Alec Bohm. Into right field. Matt Vierling's on the case. That's out number 2. I like the idea that both players couldn't be happy about a call at the plate. It's the most binary thing you could imagine, right? It's yes or no, ball or strike.
Right. It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, did Bohm challenge, though?
He tried to, but he didn't.
One, he's out of challenge. 2, they called it a ball.
Right,
but he thought he called it a strike because he put his hand up.
Yeah. Here's Bryson Stott. Ground ball, second base. Zach McKinstry. And the challenge is over from Philadelphia in the 8th. Hey, it's still spinning.
Keep it spinning, Tigers. Keep it spinning.
Go to break.
Hop into Easy.
Head to Comerica Park on Friday, July 24th to see Flo Rida perform for our second Sounds of Summer concert series presented by Rocket. Visit tigers.com/Sounds of Summer to get your tickets now. There, it's spinning.
Great job, Turks.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate the applause.
Yeah, I'm here for you. New pitcher is a position player, Garrett Stubbs. And Jake Rogers, who knows the feeling on the other side of it, lines out for out number 1. Stubbs has pitched 12 times in his major league career. 4 in 22, 4 in 24, 3 this year, now his 4th. And Kevin McGonigal sprays this to right center.
He's off to a good start. The assignment goes to the guy that you think is going to throw strikes.
Well, he's 2 pitches, 2 outs.
That's throwing strikes, quality.
This could be the shortest half inning of the year in Major League Baseball. See what Cole Keith has in mind. It's a ground ball foul, first base side.
Launch. That's what he's got in mind.
Well, we started the night talking about home runs and home run differential, and the Tigers have obliged, although this is a ground ball to second base, and Stott handles a 4-pitch inning for Stubbs.
Is win.
Tigers Baseball on Detroit Sportsnet is brought to you by Figer Law. All we do is win. And by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. Logan Reaver here with Todd Jones getting ready for Tigers postgame. And I know the game is out of hand right now, but A.J. Hinch talked about execution in the biggest moments. That's a key component for Jack Flaherty. He was faced that in the 4th inning, Jonesy.
He was terrific when he had to be. We're going to break it down after the game's over, get these 3 outs and go home, and we'll talk about it. Guys, back up to you.
Jonesy, nice toss.
Yeah.
You've been working on your play-by-play stuff?
Well, I mean, my gosh, I've been listening to you guys for 3 years, and Alex Avila just came put a cherry on everything. So I got to step my game up.
I like how unhinged you are. This post-game show is going to be fantastic.
Compliments do him well.
That's awesome.
High chews are really good, guys.
How many of you have?
Yeah. They're handing out high chews in the concourse.
What, you had 90, 100 of them?
I'm up to this might my 6th or 7th bag.
Buzzing on sugar.
He's going to go. He's at 6th or 7th bag. He's going to sleep next on Monday. 0-2 on Rincones for Bo Brisky. And a chopper to second base. Z-Mac's been busy. There you go.
Yeah.
We'll get him an NIL deal. Amazing. When you have intense in the word of the candy, in the slogan.
There they are, right there.
Wow. What? That's
slowly disappear.
That's art house candy baseball. What?
Well, I know you don't eat any sugary snacks.
Oh no.
Never during a broadcast have you ever had a
drawer of. Did you know before we got here today that there's a peanut butter M&M flavor that also has cinnamon roll?
I think I saw them one time, but I never had one until today, and they are a different experience.
It's crazy. They're fluffy. They're tasty.
The cinnamon roll flavor doesn't hit until you're like 3/4 of the way through it. And then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, that does have some cinnamon roll effect.
It's kind of how this game went. Tigers were tied at 2 with the Phillies until a 5-run 6th. Delayed response, but a tasty response. 2 strikes on Hill.
Hill's got 3 hits in the ball game. A home run, RBI single, and another single. Swinging it well.
Foul ball. 34,000 plus here tonight, even with the threat of weather. Tomorrow and Sunday will be 2 of the best pitching matchups across baseball before the All-Star break. If you're going to come check out the Tigers this year, these 2 games coming up should be really interesting.
The atmosphere's been electric. Like people were just jumping up and down, screaming at the top of their lungs. There was some serious energy in here.
Waldo made it.
Yeah, but is that the real one?
I think it's full Waldo. Swing and a miss. First time tonight. Hill's been out. 2 gone.
Is that good 4-seamer from Bo? That's his pitch. If he dials that 4-seam in, he can get a lot of outs.
Here comes the crowd. Strike 1. Strike 2. Might as well have it to watch later.
Data usage and rates may apply.
0-2. Foul away left side.
Risky trying to finish it off. Needs a clean outing. Coming off a couple tough ones. He'd love to get this final out here. Shut the door.
Ricochet foul. The Mariners are trailing. They're the last wild card team as of right now. They're down 6-2 at Tampa in the 7th. If this result holds and that result holds, the Tigers are 2.5 out of the playoff spot.
It's a beautiful thing.
It really is. Oh, and 2 from Brisky. Oh, it's the same foul ball for the 3rd time in the sequence.
The anticipation is stirring amongst this crowd. They want it. They need it, and they're about to get it.
Two strikes.
You know, you might as well get your money's worth when you're at a ball game anyway. Somebody has to finish their cotton candy. They got that little bit left. Go ahead and take it. Go ahead and eat that cotton candy. So we can go ahead and move along here.
One more swig.
A little prayer.
Over the mound. Brisky has to circle under it. What a play. A slide to secure a 6th straight victory.
We knew that last out was going to be worth the wait for some reason to cap off one of the most amazing nights we've seen all summer at Comerica Park, Jason. The offense was talking. The pitching was fantastic. The Phillies came in, one of the best teams in baseball. The Tigers are one of the hottest teams in baseball. They collided tonight, and the Tigers showing the world they're the real deal.
That was pin the tail on the Brisky. What a play.
Just stick that glove out there. Maybe it'll go in it. And hold it up. Let everybody know you got it. Said, whoa.
He went up and down the mound to make that play. That is nasty.
Might as well end it on a web gem. Now you got 2 more against some really good pitching. The Tigers do. Amazing pitching matchups coming up. Hope to see you out at the ballpark.
This is wild. The Tigers very likely are going to be 2.5 out of a playoff spot when they wake up tomorrow morning.
What did you expect? They're the best team since June in the American League. I had no doubts.
Okay. You and 100,000 people in our viewing audience feel exactly like that. That's like there were 90,000 people at Verlander's no-hitter that Alex caught.
I knew it this whole time.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. You're an oracle. 10-2. Tigers win 6 in a row. For Johnny Kane, Andy Dirks, Denny Blunt, Andrew Blaustein, Jason Bedell.